Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Tomás. Tomás is from Lisbon in Portugal. So let's see what Tomás has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello Tomás, how are you?
I'm good. A little bit hangover, but I'm good.
So tell me, how was Lisbon Gay Pride yesterday? Tell me a little bit about it.
It was kind of messy at the beginning because they changed the route, so it was a new route and people were a bit confused where they should go. But it was very nice. There was a lot of people. I think it was the year that I saw most people joining. So that was, and it's always a nice vibe, nice feelings.
Tell me, based on that, tell me, Tomás, tell me how is being gay in Lisbon, in your opinion? And also the second part of the question is, how is being gay in Portugal, in your opinion?
Okay, so in Lisbon, personally, I never had any bad experiences. I have some friends who had some bad experience before, but I wouldn't say like Lisbon is a homophobic city. I think here most people are okay. I had boyfriends. I kissed my boyfriend everywhere. I never had any problem. In Portugal country, well, I think it's a little bit like worldwide. If you're in a big city, people are more accepting. If you go into the small city, sometimes mindset is another. So sometimes it's a different vibe, you know. I try to be respectful, you know, because the same way I don't like to see a straight couple kissing, you know, like hardcore on the street. I will not do that with my boyfriend, you know. But just some love, you know, some kisses, it's fine. So
And Lisbon is the place where you were born and raised?
yeah, it was. It is.
And what do you do for work, for living, Tomás?
Well, at the moment I'm changing works. I'm an assistant manager in a contact center, but I'm from hospitality, and due to COVID, I had to find another solutions for my profession. And I'm going back to the hospitality. I'm going to start on August a new position on the reception manager. So it's going to be. I'm excited about it.
Amazing. So before we start our journey, William the Magic Box, I would like you to tell me something interesting about yourself.
Something interesting about myself. I like to eat raw potatoes.
That's very interesting. Always, since child, always liked it.
Yeah, since I was like a young child, my mother would cut it, you know, to fry them, and I would eat them before they were fried. So I like the taste. I never met anyone that likes it.
That's interesting. Okay, so through the journey, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your point of views, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Tomás, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Let's go.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I've got here my best friend. Full of random fun questions. I'm just going to play a song now just for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay? Let's do it. Okay, Tomás, through the game, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay, no problem.
First question for you is, what makes you most uncomfortable about dating?
Uncomfortable?
About dating.
I think for me, when I feel comfortable, it's when there's no connection, you know, like sometimes I go with a chill vibe and the guy's already pushing too much, you know, that makes me a bit uncomfortable. You need to feel the vibe, you know.
Tell me something, are you in a relationship right now or you're single?
I'm single at the moment.
You're single. So tell me, how is the dating life in Lisbon? Do you think that it's easy to go on a date, or this kind of stereotype of, you know, big cities where it's difficult to find, you know, someone who's looking for something serious? How is your opinion? In your opinion, how is the situation regarding dating in Lisbon?
I don't think Portuguese people are very the dating kind, you know, like most of the guys that I've been with or dated was always people that I've met randomly during the night or in some activity, you know, I never got like, let's schedule a date or something like that. I don't think that we do that culturally.
I
So
see.
I think it's more like I meet people, and if they are interesting, we move on from there, you know.
And one person to go on a date with you, what this person must have?
What they need to have, they need to be funny.
Yeah?
Yes, I like happy people, funny people. I'm always like in a good vibe, you know, so energies needs to be funny.
Amazing. Okay, next question. All right, next question for you is, what's the best part of living in Lisbon, in your opinion?
The weather. We have amazing weather. We have an average of 275 sunny days a year, so it's really nice.
Oh my God. And
Yeah.
what's the most challenging part, in your opinion? The downside?
I think at this moment, the most challenging problem it's the housing situation, because there's a big influx of tourists coming and buying houses, you know, and they have more financial power than us. So the prices of the houses are plumbing, you know. So it's getting very hard for locals to live in the city, you know. This is the most challenging thing in Lisbon at the moment, I think. We have like this house crisis, and the government is not really doing anything about it, you know. So
Who is this beautiful dog behind you? Introduce to me.
it's Maria.
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 So
My dog.
how old is Maria?
Maria is 7 years old.
Oh. She was a present. Did you buy her or was a present?
No, we adopted her. With my ex-boyfriend, we went to see how was the process, you know, of adopting a dog, and the woman in the shelter just laid her in my arms, like we have dogs to adopt. Look, one, and she fell asleep in my arms, and I said to my boyfriend, "She's coming home with us, and she's here."
Oh, sweet. Very sweet. She can be there if she wants to. Next question.
She's very calm.
Next question. Hey, Tomás from Portugal. Next question is, if you could have been a moment or event in history, yeah, which one that would be and why?
I think that when the Berlin Wall fell,
Good
I think
one.
it's an interesting event. Lots of energy as well.
I see. And why is that? Why do you think you'd like to be there?
Well, it was an historical moment, you know, even if it was just in Germany, it affected the whole Europe. So I think it's nice to be present in that, you know, to be and to live an historical moment.
Very good. Next question. Let's do it. Tomás, before the next question, tell me, someone who comes to Lisbon for the very first time to visit the city, what's the place that they should definitely see it? They cannot miss it. What's the postcard of Lisbon, in your opinion?
Okay, so we have, I don't know the word in English for that, but we have something called Miradouros. It's specific with very beautiful views, because Lisbon is full of hills. We say it's the city of the 7 hills, but it's a lie. We have much more than 7. And any of them, you have like specific places with amazing views from Lisbon. My personally favorite is Nossa Senhora do Monte. It has an amazing view, especially at night. You can see almost the whole city. It's really, really.
And the gay life in Lisbon, how do you find?
Well, I like it, but I think it's very small-minded. You know, I don't think Portuguese people have yet invested in the gay market. Like, there's a few clubs, there's a few bars, but there's not many options, you know.
I see. All right. Next question is, what is the most beautiful thing someone has ever done for you?
The most beautiful thing someone has ever done for me? That's a hard one. Okay, so I had a boyfriend who got, you know, the Post-its. and wrote like, I love you, miss you, like you in Portuguese, not English, yeah. But then in my whole room full of it. It was really nice.
Oh my God, that's very romantic.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Do you consider yourself to be a romantic person?
Yes, I think so. I'm very emotional, so I'm very connected to my feelings, and I like, because we are men, but we don't need to be brave all the time. We have also feelings, so I'm always very connected to that part of myself. So yes, I think I'm a romantic guy.
And when you think about yourself, Tomás, what's the best part of being you? What's the best part of being Tomás, in your opinion?
The best part, well, I'm very happy for being born gay.
I think it's great to be gay, isn't it? I think it's such a privilege, I would say.
And most of people don't perceive it that way. But for me, I always say it was the luckiest thing in the world to be born gay.
I'm glad you said that, because it's not easy, yeah, sometimes, or people, they face a lot of hard times regarding that. But I think when you think about being gay, we feel free. I don't know, there's something about being gay that I think it's great.
I agree.
Amazing. Ready for another one?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Next one. Before the next question, as we were talking about being gay, tell me, for you, how was growing up as a gay boy? And also, tell me the day when you came out. Did something happen, or you just felt like, okay, I'm going to be my true self from now on?
I think for me it was kind of an evolution, because in the beginning I was kind of in denial. I had girlfriends. Then I thought I was like bisexual, and then I understood, no, I don't want girls for anything, just boys. So it was kind of an evolution. I never came out really, because I don't understand that expression, because if you're straight, you don't go to your family, say, hello, I like girls, so why should I? No, when I had my first boyfriend, someone that I thought it was special enough to present to my family, I did.
Wow. And how was it?
Well, both my parents, my mother is a little bit more conservative, so it was a process, but she understood that there's nothing that she can do about it, So she either accepts it and it's part of my life, or she doesn't accept it and she's not part of my life. So it's up to her, and she accepted it, and nowadays we even comment on guys together, a cute guy. With my father, easier, because my father is more right-wing, very open-minded, so it was no problem.
And do you have siblings as well?
I have a brother, but we have like 23 years old of difference, so I don't really live with him, because when he was born, I was already leaving the house to live by myself, so we don't have a very strong connection, but yeah.
Okay.
Just one.
Next question is, what is your spirit animal?
What's my spirit animal? Well, I don't consider myself a very spiritual person. I'm very, logic. I need proofs, not a faith kind of guy. But if I had to choose an animal, I think a koala. I love them. So cute.
Wow. And why the connection with koala? Just because of the beauty?
Yeah, I think so, because I love them. Well, since I was a child, one of my dreams was to have one. I know you don't have koalas, because they are wild animals, but one can dream.
Okay. Next question. Right. Next question is, what does your best friends, what do they do that comforts you the most?
Well, I have a lot of friends, so, well, I like intimate contact, so sometimes I have some friends we have snug, no sex, just love. It's nice.
And your best friends, they live in Lisbon as well?
Some of them, yes. I have some living in the UK, like 2 or 3 of my best friends, and then I have other people here. Because Portugal sometimes it's hard, so we go abroad.
I was living in Porto actually for 5 years. So, people ask me, oh my God, why did you move from Portugal? And it's, as you say, Portugal is a beautiful country to live. It's beautiful, the food and everything. But financially, it's not the best place.
No, it's not. It's very hard.
Right. Next question is, tell us a funny story or a moment that happened to you when you were a child at school. Did you like school?
More or less. I good at school, good grades, but then I was bad at behaving, like in classes, I was always speaking with my friends and with people. And the thing is, like, I can speak with you and to be attentive to the teachers, but not everybody is, so they were like, you're disturbing your colleagues. They need to learn, they need to listen. But a funny story, I don't know, I don't remember, like, well, okay, so a funny story. When I enter high school, I was really, really, really bad at sports. And, like guys, play football. So I was invited to play football, and I was defense, which is in the back. So somebody kicked the ball, and the ball came, and because it was too high, I just grabbed it with my hand, on a soccer game. And like the whole game stopped, like everybody looking at me like, what the f are you doing? And I was like, sorry. I'm really with sports.
3 questions left. Let's do it.
It's the final countdown.
Yeah, it's a final countdown. Da-da-da-da. Right, next question is, if I would ask your best friend right now to define yourself in 1 positive word and 1 negative word, what your best friend would say?
A positive word, caring.
Mm-hmm.
A negative one, stubborn.
It can be positive as well, stubborn sometimes.
Like sometimes I take it to the negative side, I overdo it.
I see. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Before the next question, I have a lot of friends in England, not just in England, but other places as well, that they went to Portugal. And they always said about the food, yeah? Always said that the food in Portugal is the best. What's your favorite food that's Portuguese food? And also people who comes to Portugal as well, to Lisbon, what do you think is the most famous food that you can find there? Besides the pastel de nata, the custard thing, besides that?
Okay, I'm not a very sweet kind of person, so I prefer salty flavors. I would recommend clams. Any seafood, we have lots and lots of seafood. Or if you are open-minded to trying new stuff, I would recommend duck or rabbit or octopus. We have a lot of different ingredients that you don't usually find in the UK or United States. Well, in the majority of the countries, actually. Or the codfish, we also do very, very nice codfish dishes. We have more than 1,000 ways to cook it. And it's funny because Portuguese product, it's come from our way. So it's kind of funny that we have a very strong cultural product consumption here in Portugal that comes from another place in the world. For me, my favorite dish would be a matableão pato, which is kind of clams with garlic coriander sauce. It's
Okay. Next question is, where are you planning to go for your next holidays?
I don't really have a plan this year. I'm saving money to buy a new computer. But next year, I think I would like to go to Italy.
Italy. Okay. Anywhere specific or anywhere in Italy?
I would like to do like a small trip, because I think it's nice to visit the big cities, the capital. But I feel like most of the countries have this very strong local culture, you know, that you don't find in the big cities, and usually people are more genuine.
That's so true. When you go to those places, it's such a nice way of exploring those places that not many people know, or just the locals they know, and that's where you see the beauty of the country.
Yeah, I agree. And it's like too nice to meet different people, you know, like if you go just for example, just to Rome with an airplane, you know, you're missing like a lot of the steps of the trip. For me, it's important, you know, to do the whole thing, like get a bicycle, get a car, you know, connect people.
Absolutely. Ready for the last question?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Last one. Let's do it. But before the last question, Tomás, those 2 years, the world went upside down because of the COVID crisis. Personally, for you, what's the positive thing that for you came out of that challenging journey? Something positive that happened to you?
From COVID? That's a hard one.
Anything positive that you think like, oh, I'm glad that this positive situation happened because of that situation?
Well, actually, like during the pandemic, it was one of the hardest moments in my life. So I don't like, not just because of COVID, like there was a lot of things happening in my life at those moments. So it's very hard for me to precisely find something positive, but something, well, as a consequence of that, one of the things that I did was to find psychological help. Okay. And for me, it was one of the best things I ever done. It was really nice. It made me really happy. It made me able to connect with my feelings more, you know, so I advise everybody to do it. Some therapy sessions, lovely.
Totally. Last question is this is my favorite question of the Magic Box, okay? And it came up to you. So send away a message to someone, to anyone, yeah? But you don't need to tell who this message is for. Just the person who is watching right now is gonna go like, I know this message is for me.
Okay, so I really miss you. You were one of the people more important in my life. Like in the darkest days, you always made the sun shine through. And I miss just laughing and spending the day with you doing nothing.
Wow, what a beautiful one. I think this person is very lucky, for sure. Okay, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay? So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game. Let's start with family.
Friends.
Money.
Sadness.
Love.
Everyone.
Amazing. Life.
Hard.
Sex.
Intense.
Ooh, I thought you'd say hard.
Very intense.
One word for politics.
One word for politics. Deception.
Okay. Religion.
Hate.
Fear.
Safety.
Friendship.
Fulcral.
Desire.
Always.
Okay. Regret.
None.
Success.
Success. Dreams.
Okay. Wish.
Wish. Happiness.
And one word for happiness.
Friends. Friendship.
Okay. One word for Lisbon.
Tourists.
And the last one, Portugal, one word.
Codfish.
Amazing, of course. Bacalhau. For you who doesn't understand Portuguese, we say bacalhau. Cod is bacalhau.
Bacalhau, exactly.
Let's play now. Thomas in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Thomas, before you ask me the question, tell me what's your favorite Portuguese word?
My favorite Portuguese word. Desenrascar.
Say again?
Desenrascar.
Derrascar.
Não, desenrascar.
Desenrascar. Okay, now I got it. Interesting. My God, I haven't heard this word for so long.
It means like to find a solution with whatever tools you have available. Something practical and simple.
Amazing. Okay, you can ask me a question now.
Okay, so what do you miss the most about Porto?
Beautiful question, beautiful question. I'll tell you something, Tomás. You know, through it's so interesting and how life takes in a direction that I'm not expecting. I never thought one day that I would live in Portugal. I never thought one day I would live in London. And I'm so grateful that life took me to Portugal, because I could see, you know, everything about where my language comes from, where, you know, everything about, I'm so grateful for that. Portugal, it's Portugal and Porto always gonna, you know, it's my second home. I love Portugal. I love Porto. And what I miss the most about Porto is about the, nowadays, Porto, it became like a very tourist city. Yeah? Like when I was living there, the only tourist you could see there was Spanish people, because, you know, the border you could see around the street. Nowadays, Porto, it became a very, you know, international city. You see people from all over the world, literally all over the world. And but when I think about my time there, it's been a long time, more than 17 years that I left Portugal. It's been a long time, but when I missed during my time there, it was the quietest time in Porto. For some reason, I always find Porto, very romantic, you know. So what I miss about my time there, it's living in such, you know, big city like London. When I want to recharge my batteries, when I want to kind of relax more about my life, I just go to Porto, because there, where I have lovely friends, Portuguese, beautiful friends that I know, Brazilian friends as well. And when I get there, for some reason, I disconnect and I feel so much relaxed. So it's a good place for me to recharge my batteries. So Porto, for sure, when I miss about there, it's about being more quiet. And also the food as well. The food always gonna have, like, my goodness. When I go there, literally, I come back to London like 3-4 kilos more, because you know, it's yeah, the food, it's amazing. But yeah, Porto always. I was there at my birthday last year. I was there, and always when I can, I come to Portugal and to Porto as well. Did you enjoy the interview?
It was very nice. Thank you.
Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. I know you had a long night. Yesterday was amazing. You were up, you know, spending a great time in the Gay Prize, and today you took the time for the interview. So thank you. But before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Like a quote?
Yeah.
Okay, I love this one from Charles Bukowski. It's actually in my Instagram bio. Some people never go crazy. What truly horrible lives they must lead.
Wow. And why do you like that phrase, that quote?
I think for me represents the way I live life, you know, because life is crazy by itself. And I think we, humanity, try to find a pattern in the middle of the chaos. I gave up on that. I just embrace the chaos. Be crazy, enjoy life. Don't lose that much time on things not really essential, you know, like details. Let's go for it. Be crazy. Enjoy.
Absolutely. Muito obrigado.
De nada.
Muito obrigado, Thomas, and we keep in touch. It was a pleasure having you on the show, okay?
It was a pleasure.
Tchau, tchau. Aproveite seu dia, tá bom? Foi um prazer, tá? Obrigado.
Tchau.
Ciao, ciao.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why do you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.